السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه ونصره. Can I have my slides, please? Can I have my slides, please? طيب والله لا أدري كيف لا يكون السلايد معنا الآن. أيوة، أنا حقيقة عدت بحثي باللغة العربية ثم لاحظت أن المتكلمين أكثرهم سيتكلمون باللغة الإنجليزية، فهذا الصباح عملت شريحة باللغة الإنجليزية، وعلى كل حال البحث موجود عندكم باللغة العربية حتى تبحثونها. My topic today will be talking about role of digital world in achieving the purpose of Islamic economics. As a beginning for that, can I please? The world that we are living in is a changing world. One of the Greek philosophers mentioned one time that the only thing that is constant is changes. Means that whatever you do, you have to realize that your life is changing. You have to change with the changing of time, otherwise you will perish. So what you have to do, okay, this is one. Okay, so you either change or perish. That's the word that people normally use. If you don't change, then you will perish. That would happen a lot to the Muslim and Muslim societies. Previously, we were not only part of the change, we are the essential part of the changes. We did not only witness the changes, but we changed the world. But when Islamic and Muslims stop changing, we stop in innovating, you see that other people come and take over that innovation, and we have been left behind for that matter. So the most important thing is how for us to be able to cope back with the changing world and be at the forefront of that particular change. So when it comes to the modern time, you see that throughout Islamic history, Muslims were the changers. We don't witness the changes, we are the changes. We change the world, we lead the world, we led the world. And when we stop, we have the problem of what we are having now in terms of the backwardness of Muslim society and so forth and so on. So one of the most important things is open this time is what we call digital economics. The change of the world from the what we call the physical and hard world into becoming a digital world and digital economics when it comes to the issues of economics. So what is digital economy? I think many has been said on digital economics. We have to differentiate between what we call knowledge-based economy, اقتصاد المعرفة, and also the economics, digital economics. There are two different things. I've said that in my paper on that particular thing. Then the most important thing is that when we talk about the digital economics, it brings the changes in which people deal with the economy activities. People will no longer see one another sometime when they do the business. What they do is that the robot or the electronic or the digital will take part in the facilitating everything. In modern time, for example, what we have now, the digital economics need not only about you do the electronic banking. It's two big things between electronic banking and digital economy and digital banking. Digital banking means that there is no banking, there is no physical banking anymore. I remember one time, one bank from UK called asking for, they want to do Islamic digital banking. The bank was called Atom Bank. The bank was called Atom Bank. So I was surprised. I said, you are not kind of atomic whatsoever, right? They said, no, we are a virtual bank. We don't have HQ whatsoever. We operate only on digital basis. So after some discussion, they asked me a simple question. I asked them a lot of questions. They said, sir, can we know how old are you? I said, I'm about 40 something. Or that's why you don't know. Because we don't have any client above 40. So that is the generation that we have now, about digital generation, where they will go for more than meeting people in their banking activities. A study in Malaysia has shown, this is in the banking sector, for example, a study in Malaysia has shown there are more than 70% of the banking population, they are willing to go for a higher rate of the financing provided that they can have a digital economy and digital banking. So they don't want to go to bank anymore, yet they want to do banking. So this is the situation that we are facing. So digital economy will change on how people conduct their life and how they socialize. A good and bad, negative and positive, pro and con on this particular thing. He will also change how the way people do their business. It will change how the people do their business. And in area of economics, the digital economy has radically changing the economic, social environment and economic activities of many countries. Okay, so these are the main component of digital economics. We're talking about e-business infrastructure, and e-commerce for that matter. So e-commerce is only a portion of digital economics. Many people, when they talk about digital economy, they talk about e-commerce. So e-commerce is only a big portion of the digital economy. It can come in many things. It can come business infrastructure. You provide infrastructure to your client. You provide how you deal with your customer. You provide on how you deal with the capital raising activities and so forth and so on. So economic activities via digital economy can be in fundraising activities. It can be production, where you don't need people anymore to produce. It's about technology, it's about digital. It can also, in terms of marketing and advertisement, it can be in so many ways. So if you talk about digital economy, from the digital economic point of view, for the digital world point of view, it is about the whole array of economic activities that does not involve human or involve less interaction with human in that sense. So the benefit of digital economics are huge. Whether we like it or not, we cannot deny that there are a lot of benefit of digital economy. Prof. Habib has mentioned some of in terms of the poverty alleviation, economic growth, going into inclusive economy, going to the poor and so forth and so on. My role will be talking only from this particular point of view. How digital economy can play a role in achieving the purpose of Islamic economics. As we know, Islam is not ascetic religion and does not aim at depriving mankind from all the good things they have provided. That's what differentiates Islam from Christianity. Christianity begins with the sin that we have to inherit from what happened by Adam and so forth and so on. But Islam look at people, look at human from the positive side of it. Human are the vicegerents of God. We are here as Khalifatullah. So all the things that in the world provided to us by Allah for us to exploit and use, including also among others is the digital economy and digital world for that matter. So virtues that in digital economy is how for us to benefit from this digital economics in the purpose of enjoying what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to us within the boundaries set up and allowed by Allah and the Shariah itself. So the main purpose of Islamic economics is nothing less than that. It is about how for us to use the world, exploit the world, and how for us to be able to use whatever on the earth for the purpose of benefiting mankind for that matter. So a lot of what I call as coherence between Islamic economics and digital economics. So digital economics, if we use it well, it will help Islamic economics to prosper, provided that we have to always ensure that we have a proper governance framework to ensure that we can eliminate all those negative side of digital economics. I come to the later some of the problem with digital economics for that matter. One of the things is prevention of monopoly, al-ihtikar, transparency, accountability, and traceability, al-wuduh, as said by Ibn Ashur in his Maqasid al-Shariah. Balance and equal opportunity, economic competition, allow people to compete. Otherwise, the small businesses may not be able to compete with the big economies and big businesses. Why? Because of they control all the masses. They control all the system that they have. But having digital economy allow the startup, allow the less fortunate business to also benefit and reach people using the internet for that matter. It's also allow for a better circulation of wealth and fair distribution of properties, if it is used well for that matter. The issue of justice, it also facilitating the economic activities. In a study shown in some African country, how the digital economy the internet and everything, if used well, can help the small businesses to prosper and be able to compete with the big business for that matter. Okay. As my conclusion, if you go back to the digital economics and how this will be in tandem with the economic development of Islam, you can see that many aspects of promotion, many aspects that Islamic finance or Islamic economics try to promote, we can get also from the digital economics, allowing for non-monopoly, allowing people to go and have a more unfair, equitable distribution and so forth, so on. So one most important thing is that we have to ensure that proper governance is there. I do not deny that there are a lot of Sharia issues need to be discussed as well. For example, there is a study, there is a technology in Japan now, which I think some of the scholars here may have seen that they has been put to us for further discussion. Now people are not only talking about digital economy, they are talking about what they call industrial 5.0, quantum computing. It's another one we call quantum computing. The purpose of quantum computing is to speed up the processes, including also in the robot creation. So if you see the robotic, for example, the way the robot work is very static, small. Why? Because of the computer that they use is not so strong. So the way forward is to compute it using what they call quantum computing. So the robot is now becoming more fast. So it can behave like human in terms of the softness and everything. One question put to us, can we create what we call robo-maid? Robo-maid to do all those housewife and everything in terms of housework and everything. And this robo-maid can be created and they want to put the robot and they want to give a flash to the robot in the way that you, the human, have flash. So it will be seen like not a robot anymore, but like a normal human for that matter. And you can change this flash from time to time. One day you want to be your mate to be like this. Tomorrow you want to, of course you don't know tomorrow. Next 2 months you want to do differently, then you can change it. And this mate can be equipped with 100 languages of earth, of the world. The question that they put to us, is it allowed for us to create a robot in the form of human?
Doctor, 2 minutes more, please.
Okay, I'm about to finish anyway. So these are the things that we have not settled yet. The smart contract, for example, we have not discussed well. What is this creation? Smart contract is a contract that will execute itself when the conditions are fulfilled. That condition can be many things. Can be sharat, can be a situation of time, can be weather, can be a lot of things. So what is the opinion of the Shariah on that particular thing? Is it by mu'allaq bishart? Is it by mutaf ila al-mustaqbal? We have a lot of things from the Shariah point of view that we have to really study and put the thing on that matter. Digital economy, in conclusion, digital economy is very beneficial to humankind, very good to people, able to prosper, economic, and in line with Islamic economics. The only thing is that there must be a proper regulation to ensure that it has not been misused and will not be misused. So some countries has put their own law and regulation to ensure that they will not misuse in terms of the application of digital economy, fintech, and so forth and so on. I put in Malaysia, for example, we have the central bank, financial technology regulatory framework, Securities Commission come up with some regulation in order to ensure that while we allow for the practice of Islamic or digital economics, we have to also ensure that it will not be misused, that bring harm to the people rather than bring good to the mankind. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.